Hello everybody, it's me again, Andre Molina, and today I will be speaking with you about why the New England Patriots are number one. Why the New England Patriots are the best football team in the last decade. I am a Patriots fan, and have been my entire life. That comes from my father. He was a Jets fan. And if anybody knows the rivalries that go on in football, the Patriots and the Jets are pretty high on that list. They are in the same division, so they play each other 2 times a year. So all throughout my childhood, I was forced to watch Jets games. I was forced to watch football in general. I never really liked it until I got into younger elementary years when I started playing football, but even then, I didn't really like watching it. I liked playing it more. So, my father, always being a big-time Jets fan, I saw it as a way of being rebellious to him by rooting for the team that was playing against him. And I started taking to a liking of the New England Patriots at that time. It was early 90s, I would say. And my grandfather was a New England Patriots fan too, so that was extra motivation, and then it kind of just stuck with me. And I don't think I'll ever be another fan of football, or a fan of another football team. But this speech will not be biased. I promise I'll give you enough facts to back up my statement. Let's start with the early 2000s, where the New England Patriots were struggling. They were in the middle of the pack in their own division. No real spectacular players. They were an average team at best. They had an average coach. They had average coaching staff. Nothing that really stood out. And those were difficult years for me, because I remember, watching the Patriots a lot and wondering, is it ever going to be our year? Is this going to be one of those teams that is basically just there to have a fan base in a certain area. Obviously, New England it's like six or seven states, so they should have a huge fan base, but they were never really going to amount to anything. Never going to be the best team. And I remember in 2001, the Patriots had a coach. No, I'm sorry. The Patriots had a quarterback by the name of Drew Bledsoe, and he was heralded, and he was pretty good. Never really had any spectacular standout years, but he played a lot of good seasons in the league, and he kept the Patriots right around. He actually took them to the Super Bowl in 1996, but they lost to the Green Bay Packers. Brett Favre was on that team, and they were a lot better than the Patriots were at that time. So anyways, in 2001, Drew Bledsoe got hit really hard and fractured his rib cage in the second game of the season, and out of nowhere, Tom Brady, who at that time was a complete unknown quarterback, he was drafted in like the 6th round or something, and nobody knew who he was. Nobody expected anything great to them. And that same year, he took them to the Super Bowl and only lost 2 games. Let's get some facts. Since 2001, with Tom Brady at quarterback, the Patriots have only lost 2 AFC titles, meaning in a 10-year span, the Patriots had the best record in their division of 4 teams, which are the New York Jets, the Miami Dolphins, and the Buffalo Bills. A lot of dispute comes into play when discussing this fact, because nobody really respects the Buffalo Bills or the Miami Dolphins. They haven't been neither have been a playoff team in, I'd say, about 15 to 20 years now. And they're seen as like walkover teams. So the fact that the Patriots have this record for so long, winning so many AFC titles in the last 10 years, is stunted because people are not convinced. In the 2000 decade, the Patriots have 3 Super Bowl titles under their belt. One in 2001, one in 2003, and one in 2004. As well as 2 Super Bowl trips in 2007 and 2011, which I'll include, but without victory. It lost both times to the Giants. In the 2000 decade, the Patriots have the record for most wins with 126. The San Francisco 49ers are in second with 120. And the Patriots are the second team in NFL history to win 3 Super Bowls in 5 years, which was from 2001 to 2005. They're also the first team to win 18 games in a row, 16 in a single season. So they had a perfect single season, and then they won the first 2 games in the playoffs and lost to the Giants, and that was in 2007 in the Super Bowl. Everybody remembers that. I feel if the Patriots had won that Super Bowl, we'd be discussing why the Patriots are the greatest team of all time. But when you go completely perfect an entire season and then can't close it off, people are going to talk about that. And I can't really argue it because it's not likely to happen. From October 2003 to October 2004, they hold the longest regular season / playoff win streak, which is 21. They also hold the second win streak from playoffs and regular season with, I believe, 20. And that was in 2007, 2008. So they're number 2 on that list. But they're not just a great team. They have a really great core, and I'd say a defining characteristic of a great team is a great leader. And the Patriots, like I said before, since 2000 have had Tom Brady at the quarterback position. Tom Brady has 2 Super Bowl MVPs, 2 league MVPs, and 1 Offensive Player of the Year thus far. And he still says in interviews that he intends on playing another 10 years. He holds the NFL record for most touchdowns in a single season with 50, as well as playoff records for highest completion percentage in a game, most passing attempts and completed in the playoffs, and most attempts without an interception in the playoffs. He's also the fastest quarterback to reach 100 wins. The Patriots also have a really great coach. Bill Belichick has been in the league for about 20 years. He started off as an offensive and defensive coordinator for teams like the Jets and the Bills, and he worked under a lot of great coaches, and he got his second head coaching job for the New England Patriots in 2000. And since then, he's won 3 Coach of the Years, him being the greatest coach of the year. And Bill Belichick is a special guy. I feel like if other coaches watch him, they learn certain things that they should bring to their own teams. He's not very charismatic. He's not very emotional. He's extremely professional. And unlike a lot of teams, his mannerisms and his behaviors reflect on every single person on the New England Patriots roster. And that is ultimately why I feel the Patriots are the greatest team in the 2000 decades. There were a couple teams that were up there, a couple teams that won multiple Super Bowls, the Pittsburgh Steelers, but they fell off in the later years and didn't make as many playoffs as the Patriots. Also, I would say the Baltimore Ravens could be in that, winning the last Super Bowl, but we're in a new decade now, so we can't really count that as well. Well, I'd like to hear what you guys have to say about my speech and what you think about the New England Patriots in general. So feel free to respond. My name is Andre Molina, and again, the New England Patriots are number 1.